Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the invisible cages we build for ourselves, for our own souls. We're going to look at this powerful force that keeps us change the past and what it really takes to finally break free. So to really wrap our heads around this, we're going to look at two incredible figures who tried and, well, failed to escape their own inner gravity. Their stories, you'll see, reveal this profound truth about the self-made prisons of resentment and shame. Okay, so on one side, we've got a being of just pure resentment, the Faustbox Übermensch. He's this shadow whose whole existence is about stopping a hero's journey. And then on the other side, we meet the ugliest man, a character so completely eaten up by shame that he actually murdered his only witness, God, just to get away from a pitying look.
Now, as different as these two sound, they are both inmates in the exact same prison. And it's a prison that's not built from steel bars, but from this incredibly powerful philosophical force, something called the spirit of gravity.
This right here, this defines the prison perfectly. The spirit of gravity is that constant downward pull, It's the weight of everything that society, our family, or even we ourselves believe we should be. It's the anchor to all those old values that makes any real change feel heavy and dangerous, almost impossible.
And here's where we see their shared weapon, and let's be honest, their fatal flaw. To fight how uncertain life is, they both turn to something called static control. It's this desperate move to just stop time, to freeze a moment or even a person in place, snuffing out its life just to get a fake sense of safety and ownership. All right, let's take a look at how this spirit of gravity builds a totally unique cell for each of them. The prison is the same, yeah? But the walls are decorated very differently. One is papered with resentment, the other with shame. The Faustbock Übermensch, he is trapped by pure, uncut resentment. He sees growth and progress in other people, specifically his hero rival, as a direct threat to him. So his version of static control is all external. He uses this power, the breath of the void, to literally freeze his opponent's atoms. He's trying to stop evolution itself. But the ugliest man, he's trapped internally. He's caged by the unbearable pity of his witness. This constant, all-knowing gaze was, as the source says, an unbearable intrusion on his privacy because it saw all of his shame. That pity was a constant reminder of all these old traditional values, the morality of the hinterworlds, that he felt he was completely failing to live up to. So, what it really boils down to is this. One guy fears the world changing around him, while the other fears the unchanging, ugly world inside him. The Übermensch uses control to dominate everything external, creating a gilded cage for himself. The ugliest man? He uses murder, the ultimate act of control, to try and just erase the internal world he can't stand to have anyone else see. Both of these prisoners try a desperate escape, but their method is just tragically the same. They have this fundamental misunderstanding of reality. They try to possess things that just can't be owned, things like life and growth and the future itself. And this is the absolute core of their tragedy. They try to hoard the infinite inside the finite. I mean, think about it. It's like trying to capture the living, flowing gold of a story and turn it back into the dead, heavy lead of mortality. They want to own life, to stick it in a box, but life just refuses to be owned. Their path to failure is this tragic, predictable three-step process. First, you've got the threat, right? The hero's progress or the witness's gaze. Second, the method, static control, freeze it all. But the tragedy, the final step, is that this control doesn't bring freedom. It only makes their own prison heavier, leading to spiritual decay and crumbling dust. And the ugliest man is the perfect, heartbreaking example of this. Killing God didn't erase the judgment. It just moved it inside. By getting rid of the external judge, he discovered that being his own witness was an even heavier, more crushing burden to carry. Okay, so if control and possession and destruction all fail, what is the answer? How in the world does someone escape this all-encompassing spiritual gravity? The answer that's proposed here is, well, it's pretty radical. It's not about reinforcing the cage or trying to pick the lock. It's about a force so powerful, it can shatter the prison walls completely. And this is the key. It's called a Dionysian rupture. It's the total opposite of static control. Instead of trying to freeze life, you dive into its chaos. Instead of hiding from your darkness and your shame, you actually integrate them through this kind of brutal, terminal honesty with yourself. You become an affirmer of life, all of it, the good and the bad.
This path isn't about defeating your shadow. It's about integrating it. It starts with that terminal honesty, just embracing your total reality. Then comes joyful affirmation, saying a big yes to all of life. You learn to bring it all together, to literally dance on the grave of that suffocating seriousness that kept you locked up. You stop being a prisoner of your past and you become a creator of your future. So the ultimate takeaway here is this. Real freedom isn't found in controlling the void just to feel safe. It's found in transforming that heavy spirit of gravity into the lightness of a creator, gaining the strength not just to face the void, but to actually be able to smile at it.